Building momentum as a new real estate agent can be quite challenging, and many struggle to be able to even close more than maybe 10 deals their first year. But today I have an amazing new agent, Mr. Javier Mendoza, and he was able to generate a ton of leads, get 2 deals in escrow, which later closed in just 2 months. Although he has a background as a real estate wholesaler, he was able to learn how to make the adjustment from real estate investor to realtor. In this interview that Carla and I had with Javier, he shares and talks about the marketing that he is using to generate leads, including Facebook groups and other effective strategies. This is going to be an incredible interview that's going to show you as a new agent how you can break through and build momentum early on in your career and close multiple deals your first year and leap on a path of becoming a top producing agent. So without any further delay, let's welcome Mr. Javier Mendoza from Denver City, Texas.
What's up, man? The man with the plan. How you doing?
Good. How are y'all?
Doing good. Javier, share a little bit with everybody, just a little bit about you, how you got started as a real estate investor first, and then kind of why you got your license.
Okay, for sure. So I've always had the ambition to be in real estate, but it just took me a long time. I got into it probably about 2017, and it was weird the way I got into it because at the time I was managing a car dealership, and I was also doing like flyer design and stuff like that. And so a real estate agent actually did a post and they needed flyer design and somebody tagged me in it. And so I hit him up and I was like, hey, what's up? I'll design something for you. Well, I had never charged or anything like that. And he's like, well, how much? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, what do you mean how much? I was like, I'll just do it. And then I was like, you know what? Actually, I've always wanted to get in real estate. I'm intrigued by it. And you're a real estate agent. What if I just keep designing your stuff for you and you mentor me? And so that's where it all got started. And I mean, we built a long lasting relationship. Real good friend of mine, like a family member to me. Todd, he's in East Texas, and
Shout out to Todd. We know Todd.
Yeah, Todd. Yeah, Todd is cool. He's really good people, and so I mean, he really took me under his wing, got me started, and kind of introduced me to it. Started showing me how to dabble a little bit on the investment side, and so getting started there, and then I kind of dabbled in the wholesale. He turned me on to one of his investors that he worked with, and I started wholesaling. But then I kind of went in and out. It's like it started to fade away, and I was like went into the oil field and then came back, and it's like real estate always managed to find its way back to me. And so, I mean, that's really how I got started. I mean, it was just kind of by accident, and I mean, it was cool though. I mean, I really, I mean, now that I look back, I'm like, man, I'm glad that happened. So that's
Absolutely. All things happen for a reason, right?
oh yeah, yeah.
And you are a person of action. So when you take that action, it typically starts a momentum, a trajectory in your life of what you foresee, what you vision. That's been experienced in my life anyway, especially when you're consistent. So let's talk, because we've known each other for a while and we've had conversations, several years back,
Sure.
dealing, talking about wholesaling and all of that. So let's fast forward a little bit. What made you get your license?
Well, that's actually a good question. So, you know, looking back at everything and looking at today, it's like I wanted to find a way to add another tool to the belt, and it's like being licensed has helped kind of expand my network. It's helped me on the retail side, it's helped me on the investment side. So it's just another tool to the belt. And for me, it actually ended up being a really good step, especially like where I'm at. I'm in West Texas in the Permian Basin area, and I happen to be in a rural area. And so, with me being in this rural area, I'm trying to take that to my advantage because I've got one real estate agent that I really compete with here in this market where I'm at here. It's Denver City. It's a really small town, but I'm also expanding to all this other area. And so, I mean, as far as being licensed and everything, I mean, I think it was a really good move. I know it was a really good move. And I joined a good team, so lots of support. But yeah, it's just I mean that's long story short. I mean, I got my license because I just think it could add more value, not just to myself and my family, but to other people. To be able to help homeowners and show them their different options. I like to think outside the box, and so I'm not that straight. List of property or you want to buy a property. With my clients that I work with, I'm going to show you like these are all your options. So I mean it's really helped out a lot. I'm glad I did it.
Absolutely. Well, of course, we are extremely glad and excited that you decided to partner and work with us over here at EXP. I'm a huge fan. What's up, William? Shout out to William Tingle. What's up? Thanks for jumping on. But I'm with you. So 13 years. I've been a real estate investor, unlicensed, and things changed. Things have changed. And just what you said, you want to be able to continue to compete, especially in a crowded space when you have more people that's online now than ever before, especially since COVID. You have more people that want to get into real estate and call themselves real estate investors. So you have to find a way to separate yourself and add more value so that you can bring more to the table. And I do believe that getting your license is that. With EXP, so I know you joined with us, and I'm so glad you did.
Yeah.
But can you talk a little bit about what attracted you to not only just necessarily working with us, but just with EXP in the model?
Sure. Yeah. So with EXP, I mean, I really like that it's a large company, but it's not a large company where you're just a number and you're just kind of left behind. So with EXP, what I like about it is, you know, it's like a family team aspect. We work together, we do things together, and I mean the whole model, the way everything's done. I mean, I'm more of a virtual guy, and when I was doing all the investment stuff, I was doing everything virtual, and this actually attracted me because it's like I can still have my work life balance and still manage to be successful at doing this. And I think that's important, is being able to have that work life balance. Everybody asks what's your why. Well, my why was to be able to get in a position where I can go see my kids that are 8 hours away anytime I wanted to. And so being with EXP, it allows me to do that. It allows me to focus on my clients, but at the same time it's like I can be across the state and still work and try to manage my business. So I mean, that's what's really attracting me to EXP. Plus, there's tons of tools. I mean, all the
Yeah,
programs,
tons,
like tons, tons. I
tons.
mean, hell, half of the stuff that y'all like, I've learned like a lot from y'all as far as like the whole video marketing aspect of things and stuff like that. Like, I used to watch those people's the thing at the top of Facebook where it's the stories.
Yeah.
I would just look at them like, man, that's so dumb. Like, I've got a timeline. And now, like, every day, like I'm posting stories and stuff like that, and it's actually helped draw attention to my business and from other, from investors, from other realtors, from
And that's what I want to talk about. You about to hit right on it
yeah,
because you just closed your first deal as an agent not too long ago. Again, congratulations.
Congrats.
You have deals,
Yes.
you got deals in escrow.
oh yeah,
In less
And
than 90 days. Typically it's 90 days.
I know it's crazy. So let's talk about this marketing. Let's talk about this marketing because I think those of other agents and investors that are listening, they really need to hear and understand the importance of, like you said, the stories. Because stories, whether it's Facebook stories, Instagram stories, video is probably the main key out of this whole conversation. So I do want you to talk a little bit about your marketing and how you've been able to attract leads and just different investors that want to work with you and partner with you.
sure, yeah. So I mean, as far as the marketing, I mean, and I'll be honest with you, like I've spent a little bit of money on like the Facebook ads and stuff like that, and I haven't got anything. But organically, I'm not paying for stuff, and I'm getting these leads. And what I'm doing is I'm utilizing the stories. I'm doing a lot of that. I go in these groups, whether it's the investor groups or if it's the buy sell trade groups. I'm very active in those.
Yeah, you are. I see you active. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, you have to be because I don't care what anybody says. If they tell you don't spend money on marketing or don't do this or don't market, it's a lie. You have to market. You have to put yourself out there and be genuine. I mean, like if you see my business cards or my posts, I'm wearing a baseball cap and I'm me. You know what I mean? And I think that's important to be you because that's what's going to attract the people to you. That's, they're going to see that you're genuine, that you're not putting on the front, things like that. But as far as like, what I'm doing, like I said, I'm doing the stories. I do a lot of, I do mail outs as well. I use a lot of Facebook. I haven't really dabbled too much into the Instagram side of it. Uh, I need to, but I think right now what I'm doing is working. And again, it's
Yeah.
utilizing the stories, it's posting stuff on timelines, it's going into the investor groups, it's posting short videos, or I'll do a quick video of like a walkthrough of a property that I'm listing or something like that. And so, the key is like you don't want a 10-hour video or a 30-minute video. You just short and sweet and boom, straight to the point. And people you start getting the hearts and you start getting the likes. Like, you get the inbox and it's like, hey, you're a realtor? Yeah. What's up? So,
That's
yeah.
awesome. So let me ask you this: how often are you post? Because I see, and all of our team members, we follow, and try to see, what they're posting and all that kind of stuff, and try to encourage as well. But how often are you posting? It seems like to me you're posting every day because I always see you post something concerning attracting, whether you're attracting buyers or you're looking to get sellers. You seem to be posting every day. How often are you posting?
Yeah, so I post every day, and I usually try to post in the mornings, and I usually try to post in the evenings. Every once in a while, I'll hit it during lunch, but I find my most engagement to be in the mornings, like between like 5 in the morning and 7, and then in the evenings between like 7 and 10. And so that's where I get the most engagement. That's where I see like my stories, as far as when you can monitor the people that are looking at them.
Mm-hmm.
I see those going up. So I mean, I'm trying to post every single day. Some days, you forget about it, or you just want to kind of take a day off and
Mm-hmm.
all right, let me do a Facebook fast or whatever. but I mean, yeah, I mean, it's pretty much every day, and I try to do it at least once or twice a day, just so that way it's just there. I mean,
Well,
I'm,
one thing you hit on, which I think is very important, is that it's important to know the data. So, and you just hit on it. So for those of you wondering, I don't know when to post, or I post here, I don't get these results. You have to be consistent so that you can go back and analyze, especially if you have a Facebook business page. You can look at the analytics and kind of see, or the insights,
The
and
insights, yeah.
see,
yeah,
when you have the most engagements on your post or even on your personal profile.
sure.
Is that accurate, Javier?
It is, yeah. So I use my personal profile more than I actually use my business profile, and the business profile every once in a while I'll post on there maybe properties that I'm listing or educational stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
for the most part, to get the most engagement, it is on the personal profile because most people are going to engage with you personally rather than
Mm-hmm.
the business side of it. And so, I mean, on that personal profile, yeah, it's very important to constantly be active out there,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and just try to make sure that you're engaging with people. I mean, I'm getting shares. I've got people sharing my stuff for me now,
Yeah, you do.
and I'm real big on helping people. So if I get a phone call or somebody just wants a question answered, I mean, I do it. You know what I mean? Because in the future, you never know. They're going to come back and be like, "Hey, man, they're going to remember you. They're going to remember you were the one that was willing to lend that helping hand to them." And compared to somebody else, that's like, oh well, if you sign a agreement with me, then I'll help you. No, I'm going to help to an extent, but we've also got to, of course, convert to clients. But I think
Yep,
that's what it is, and that falls into that genuine side of things.
that's
That's
right.
just me. Like genuinely, I like to help. And so if you got a question,
Absolutely.
I
No,
got
you do. And I will say this, it is important to have a Facebook business page. And I'm actually coming out with a video, and I'm going to share some tips on how to optimize that. Only because for those that are going to, if you're going to run ads, you can, collect the data better off
you.
of your business page, and you can't really collect the data off the personal page. Now, with saying that, I would say and encourage you also, if you're not doing it, make sure that on your personal page, maybe in the About Me section, you want to make sure that you have a link on your website, of your website where you can have people to opt in, because you want to be able to capture them also and take them off of Facebook so that you can continue to build your database. So that's one thing that I would say that you would want to include on your personal page. Of course, whatever's working, keep working
Right.
it.
But in addition to that, on your business page, when you do run ads, people who don't know you will go and check out your business page. They like to see, even though you have a great personal page, they do like to see a professional just page that is they can look at, and people can write reviews for, or things like that. So the business page does serve another purpose too.
Right.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
your business page is set up. So I've checked it out. So
Yeah.
you got your nice banner and everything on there. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's really nice.
Yep. So one thing that we've learned, that you also, just to throw this out there for folks who, like me, who don't always have time to post on your business page, that there's a ladiesofrealestate.com, and they're ladies of real estate. And what they'll do for $20 a month, they will post twice a week on your Facebook business page.
nice,
Of
nice.
course.
Heck yeah, that's good to know. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
even thought about, how can I get somebody to just run my personal page, so that
Yeah.
way
Right. I want someone to take out all of it.
over all of it. I was talking to somebody the other day, and they were telling me that they're like, because I was telling them, I don't remember the conversation we were having, but it was about the agency they were with, and they're like, no, I'm not with them. I was like, well, that's weird because it says it on your page. Like, I got somebody managing my page. I'm like, well, yeah, you kind of need to tell them what's up then, but I use Google too, and I'll hit on that real quick because Google it's helped me out quite a bit as well. And what I do is, once I've set up my Google account, now they even have it to where if they call you from Google, it'll actually notify you and let you know that you're actually getting that call from Google, and it'll start tracking their numbers. But what I like to do is, anybody that I've ever done anything with, doesn't matter if it was today, doesn't matter if it was 5 years ago, that I've done business with, and in the real estate realm, I send that Google link to them for them to go leave reviews. So that way, those reviews are there. And I mean, it's worked. I've got 5 stars. It's bumped me up to #1 in my area right
Awesome.
now. And I didn't pay for it. So
Exactly. That's great. Yeah. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah. You can't go wrong with the Google reviews. Absolutely. And
Most definitely.
We're huge on the reviews and the testimonials because they
Right.
speak for themselves. So, and
Right.
when people Google, agents or real estate investors in your area, that you're in, and they pull you up. Yeah. So you have a stronger opportunity to be able to get their business and for them to reach out to you. So that's a great share.
exactly.
So,
Yeah. One more thing I'd like to also talk about, Javier, for your business. What I love is that you service quite a few areas
Oh
in
yeah.
West Texas.
Like, yeah. Well, and that comes from the investor side of things, because I'm not scared to drive, So, and I mean, so I'm in Denver City, which is kind of the midpoint to Midland, Odessa, and Lubbock. And so what I try to do is within a 2-hour radius. And so, like, I'm closing a deal right now. Actually, tomorrow, I'm closing another deal tomorrow, and
Awesome. Congrats.
thank you. And Monahans is like 2 hours away. And then I've got one that I'm looking at tomorrow in Midland. And so Midland's an hour and a half away. And so I think, if you're in an area where you can cover and you're not scared to drive and scared to just move around, go for it.
put in the work.
That's right.
Put in the work, you have to. Exactly. Yeah.
That's right. I love that. Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah, I like it. I enjoy it.
Wonderful. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Well, that's fantastic, and we appreciate you sharing. And again, we're so happy that you're working with us, partnered with us. Of course, we got some things brewing, and that we're testing on the back end to share, with our team members, and so that's coming. But guys, if you listen to this, if you're watching the replay, hopefully this has been helpful for you, especially if you're an agent. Also an investor, and you just kind of been frustrated. Hopefully you can pull from what Javier shared and tips that he shared, and, really hear that it's the consistency of taking that action, especially online, and sharing, leveraging videos, these short videos, 10, 15, 30-second videos, to put yourself out there, or to share the services that you provide, and or to share the testimonials of other clients that you've helped. If you do that on a consistent basis, I can pretty much guarantee you're going to get a response. I can't guarantee you get deals. I hate doing that, but I can almost guarantee that you will get leads and you will get deals. And before you know it, you'll start building a pipeline of deals. Right, Javier?
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Heck yeah, it works.
It works.
It
Awesome.
works if you work it, right?
It works if you work it.
And don't be afraid to fail, because you're going to. And
Oh yeah,
That's right.
The biggest step to success is failure. So.
Great point. Great
Yes.
point. You just got to get back up, and you got to switch it around. You got to, try something else and keep it moving.
Yeah, keep moving and grooving.
I think that's a great final word. I appreciate that. Is there anything else you want to share, Javier?
No, I just want to tell y'all thank you. I mean, I appreciate all the help y'all have given me over the last couple of months and just over the last couple of years. I mean, the little tidbits that you give, it helps. So, I mean, if y'all are watching this and, you're thinking like, what do I do next? I mean, I promise you, just, Lo and Carla, just pay attention to what they're telling you. And it's going to work. So
That's awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for sharing. Again, take what he shared, the tips, take action. If you need any help, reach out to us. We're here. We definitely want to help you guys have success. So in this business, it's enough for everybody.
That's
and
right.
There's a lot of opportunities out here. So don't be scared. Get out of your comfort zone and take action. Did you like this video? If so, please make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. I greatly appreciate it. And also check out my next video.